How's it going, Mr. Bold as fuck?
Yes, bro, how are you?
Got me a drink already?
I got myself 2 drinks, you got yourself one?
Fine dining for one.
Biscuit.
Cheers. Hi, I'm BJ and I'm a tattoo artist.
And I'm Andy and I own Vivid Ink Tattoo Studios.
I started tattooing in 2013 and it was after meeting Andy, who convinced me to get into tattooing, that the journey began.
Yeah, so I started Vivid Ink in 2011 and basically groomed VJ into becoming a tattooist. He was a phenomenal artist and I'd followed what he's done on his trainer painting, and I was like, I've got a new career for you, mate. The thing with VJ is you go into Vivid in Birmingham where he works and you can just hear him in the back corner. He works in the back right hand corner and you can just hear pure banter going on non-stop with his clients. And then he came to me and he said, I've got this idea to film something where we switch what I do with my clients, and I was immediately sold. And that became
the swap shop. So the idea behind it was, with me working, I was always tattooing different people in various roles, in various industries. And I thought they've all got their own story and I want my clients and other people to experience what I experienced. So I thought we could package it in like a series. And then that's when I approached Andy to see if we can move this forward.
Right, what's the plan of action then, VJ? You've called me for a meeting. Got here.
So we need to plan season 2, don't we?
We do indeed, we do indeed.
What's your thoughts?
I think calling it season 2 is embarrassing. No, I think for sure we need to like figure out what we're going to do, because I've loved doing this.
Yeah,
honestly,
definitely.
I've loved doing it. So I think what would be really good is if we should we go over season 1, what went well, and then so we can figure out what we do more of.
Yeah, definitely. Let's do it.
So what do you reckon was what was your favourite episode?
As mad as it sounds, whiskey tasting.
Really?
Yeah, because I've not drank in so long. When it touched my lips, it was just like, I felt like Frank the Tank.
I felt a bit guilty after that, because I remember, you know, you watch it back and Joe's such like a professional and then he's delivering this like masterclass on actual whiskey that people pay fortunes to go to. Yeah. And you got me and you giggling like school children, just laughing at us.
I'm drunk already. I'm going to be smashed.
Many countries that haven't released whiskey for many years, which are now finally releasing whiskey. So you name a country, they've probably made a whiskey.
Uzbekistan.
I don't know. That's a new one on me. I don't think so.
Joe's such a legendary guy though, isn't he?
Oh, he's a proper professional, man. He's so good at what he does. So yeah, it was good working with him on that episode. What about you? What was your favourite?
I really enjoyed cooking with Mike. Yeah. Because I love cooking. And Mike's just such a unique character as well. He's a funny guy, isn't he? There's so much stuff that should have been in there, but you couldn't put in there.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I think even Mike's episode, which I really enjoyed. To be fair, I really enjoyed all of them.
Yeah, definitely. Everyone had their own individual characteristics that built it into something unique.
Football was really good as well, wasn't it? It was a great way to start off. Like the first one we did was the football one.
I think the football one for me was so soul destroying because I realised how fucking unfit I was at that time.
This is so tiring.
As the season went on. Hey man, I've got better since then. Probably not at football because I've not played since then, but
still a little bit humiliated that I had to do that thing when I crawled around on my hands and knees. This is bullying, I swear.
But to be fair, the question really is, was that a cow or a ghost?
What was your favourite thing about the football episode?
In all honesty, just the visuals. I thought was really cool, like the way that Josh was able to sort all that out for us, and we were able to capture some really good shots because of the things he had set up. I think the whole process was mint, but the actual visual of it was quite cool.
That is very true. It's like, it's good to do a swap in, like, you know, to stand on the pitch at Warsaw. He's like, it's class in it. And then obviously you got Josh, who's like a phenomenal footballer, just taking the piss out of us for how shit we are at football. It is really good, isn't it? Mate, I loved it when we did the kits and you smashed that bottle of water on the floor. Do you have any tissue by any chance? No. Okay, there's only one way to do this. That was horrible. For me, that was just like, it was just VJ all over. Yeah. Like semi-awkward. Yeah. Destructive. The way that lady's accent as well was just absolutely brilliant. Yeah. Oh, it's come all the way through here. It was like just absolutely brilliant.
Typical Warsaw.
Yeah.
pull through here. I haven't got the electrocutor on, else I'll end up
Oh, what was the sports therapy episode like for you as an experience?
You know what? When I watched the sports therapy episode back, I find it really funny.
Yeah.
At the time, it wasn't funny at all. It was funny, but it was also really, really painful.
Yeah.
And like, you know, when you're like, this has gone from like, oh, it's funny and it's hurting to now you're just fucking hurting me, man. But that was our fault. Like we said, brutalise us.
Oh, I feel like biting your hand so hard.
I feel like I've been in a car crash.
I ain't gonna lie, the next day at work I had to sit on my thighs because my arse was absolutely killing.
Yeah, so we went from football, then to the BAL, sports therapy, and then to the cooking. How do you know, Mike?
So I actually tattooed Mike years and years ago, and me and him just hit it off straight away. I tattooed his wife, Tony, first, and he came with her, and me and him just got on straight away. Because him and his wife wanted to get a tattoo done anyway, and I said, would you be willing to come on the show? And he was like, hell yeah. And then, yeah, putting that together was class. How did you find being in that kind of environment? Because I know you're a bit of a foodie as well.
Yeah, so I loved watching Mike working. Like, because obviously I like to cook, and I think of myself as a semi-professional chef. And the thing is, his banter level is top level in it.
You get many customers like lick the plate clean after.
Yeah, we get a lot of people fingering. And I like that, because I thought that had gone out of fashion.
He was so funny.
Such a funny guy.
Obviously some of the stuff we couldn't use for the episodes.
Yeah, loads of it.
Hopefully we can release some of it as like clips maybe. But maybe not.
I need to book in is the main thing. I need to book in and go, because the food we sampled on that day was phenomenal.
Yeah.
But yeah, I remember you nearly cut your finger off on that one when you was chopping that onion. I was like...
And then cut down there.
I am genuinely scared.
But to be fair, considering that you cook a lot, you don't really eat much, do you?
No, I'm always on a diet.
So you're more of like the giver than the eater.
I like to call myself a low-calorie chef.
Yeah.
And this is the launch of my new business venture, the low-calorie kitchen. It's not really something I'm going to do in the future.
Yeah.
No, but I do. I love to cook, but I like to cook low-calorie food that tastes good.
Okay, yeah.
So when we went there, and I was watching him pour like butter on cream on butter, and then I was like, and then cheese. I was like, oh man, it's not fitting with my macros.
Yeah.
But it did taste phenomenal.
No, it
Absolutely
did.
phenomenal.
And then from there, we led over to the whiskey guys.
Yeah. Like I say, I'm a semi-professional whiskey expert. I do love drinking whiskey though.
Yeah.
I love drinking pretty much anything that's alcoholic. Nobody calls me a pussy.
But is that your go-to if you were to drink bar beer? Clearly.
Yeah.
Beer and tea.
Beer, tea, the best combination ever. But yeah, 100% whiskey. If I had whiskey as well now, that would be the go-to of drink combinations.
That'd be your hat trick.
The hat trick, yeah. Whiskey, tea and a beer.
Yeah.
But yeah, I love whiskey. It's never not good to just wake up and drink loads of whiskey in the morning.
Yeah. I think what people don't realise is what time we were filming that.
Yeah, it was 10 a.m. wasn't it?
Early in the morning, empty stomach, because eating is cheating.
And also a big shout out as well to
Grain and Glass.
Grain and Glass. Phenomenal. What a whiskey place that is.
Yeah.
I've actually booked a whiskey tasting course there.
Oh, have you? For your dad or?
Yeah, for my dad and my brother. So
nice.
I haven't been to it yet, but I booked it for them. So I'm looking forward to going and
Let's see
doing
if you've retained any of that information.
yeah. Then what did we do after that?
Then that was when we led over to getting pampered up with Sinead.
Sinead.
We say pampered up, it wasn't really pampered
No,
up.
it wasn't.
I think she picked some treatments for us that we were definitely going to feel. We felt good after, a bit like the sports therapist.
A bit like sports therapy, yeah.
The effects are after, but during you feel it.
The funny thing about Sinead is she just takes the piss out of you while she's doing it.
Going all the way back with the forehead, like where do I start? I don't know, do you guys shampoo? Like,
No, of course not, no. I can't imagine she does that to most of her clients.
No. She was like with the lads, to be fair, so she felt more relaxed in that way.
I did enjoy that though. Like, there's a line that she uses on there that every time I see it just kills me. She's like, your head was like a glass slipper. Like Cinderella's glass slipper. It killed me.
he left here looking like Cinderella's glass slipper. Head shining, I could see VJ's reflection in there.
I feel like with her and Mike, them two would make such a good comedy duo. I've tattooed her for years as well.
Have you? Yeah.
That's why, like, for this first season, I wanted to use people that I knew and I was comfortable with, and I knew would be open to being on camera, and I built like really strong relationships with. So going into season 2, obviously, we're gonna have more people that I might not know and that want to be involved and bring something new to it. So it'll be a nice learning experience in that way as well.
We're not showing them in like their normal working capacity. We're showing it as part of a swap, ain't we?
Yeah, definitely.
I think, you know, you could look at it and go, man, I ain't gonna go there because like, those guys are taking a piss. But it's just all banter, in it.
So for season 2, what kind of things did you want to experience? Your ideal scenario would be what?
So, obviously you planned a lot of these without me knowing, and I've kind of just turned up blind and just gone with the flow. And I'm hoping for bigger and better.
Yeah.
So no pressure on you, VJ.
Yeah.
Well, I think it'd be really good if we got some really elaborate things going on.
Yeah.
And having said all of that, some of the most simple ones have been the most enjoyable. So, yeah. And I think on that note, we're talking directly to you now. Do you want to be involved in the next swap shop?
I think you do.
I think you do. I think you do. So we've had a bunch of people reach out to us. You know, I know you've got a few things lined up already. I've had loads of people asking me if they can get involved. And this is a bit of an open call out, really, isn't it?
Yeah. So what we want to know is what you would be willing to swap for season 2 and onwards. And you can find all the relevant information in the bio below, our socials and our email to get in contact and see what tattoos you want, what swaps you want to do, and see if we can make something together. If you get in touch with us via our socials and our email, all the details will be in the bio below. I took a sip of that coffee, but you know, it's still so thick in your mouth.
No, I don't. Yeah, let's get swapping.
And I think on that weird note, it's over and out.
So here's a bunch of outtakes that couldn't make the final episodes.
You're like a right weirdo. Even worse.
Are you being dramatic?
No, I promise.
You're sweating.
Not like a whole video. It's all part of it. It's all part of it.
He's sweating as well. I haven't even started yet.
Sweating when I'm nervous.
You stand like this with chest quite proud.
Really? Like you're about to give a speech.
Jesus. I genuinely thought I was going to get drunk then because when I felt the first one,
This thing in low place.
I'm a low-calorie chef.
Low-calorie chef?
I am, yeah.
Never heard of one of them.
So you were on MasterChef before. How was that?
I didn't enjoy the experience. Do you want me to do the fingering line again?
My arse. I'm so impressed.
That shouldn't be there.
Normally we don't do couples together.
A couple of bros.